Thank you for tuning in. It's getting that time of year. It's getting into mid to late March where we're going to start coming into spring. I wanted to talk a little bit about lawnmowers. I've owned a Hustler Raptor, and then that was a little too small. We bought some additional land and I had to do some like side mowing like next to other people's houses when we bought that land. So I had more to mow. Before, when we first bought just the house, it was like 3 acres on it. That worked okay. I had a 52-inch Hustler Raptor, which was great. I gave it to my dad. When I started having to mow 8 acres a week, I needed something bigger. So let me show you this. It's been an excellent mower. I've had this now for 2 years or so, and it's I love Hustlers. This is by the brand Big Dog, which comes out of the same factory as Hustler machines. So I just really like them. It's powered by a Kawasaki motor. I prefer a Kawasaki motor on my lawnmowers. I can't remember exactly what horsepower it is, but I think it's like 27, 28 horse. It's been a very strong motor, and it's got 2 fuel tanks. We got a fuel tank here and a fuel tank here, and a divider switch. Sorry, it is a little messy. I haven't cleaned it. It comes with the rollover bar where you can keep it up or fold it down. I always keep it up. Obviously, you've got your throttle lever, your disengage and engage of the blades, your start, your choke. Came with an hour meter. I have 221 hours on this so far. That was about 1.5 years worth of mowing for me, maybe 2 years. I can't remember exactly when I bought this, but I bought it springtime, I think 2 years ago. I think this is my 3rd season with it going into it. And the reason why I liked this, actually, I looked at the Diablo, I believe is equivalent to the Super Z. I can't remember exactly which Hustler it's modeled off of, but I sat on the other one, and the Big Dog had the better seat. It's got bolsters here, really big bolsters on both sides, had better armrest, and just had a better seat on it. And that was important for something that I'm going to be sitting on for a couple hours a week. Hate to say it, but I kind of bought the seat. I was looking at Hustler, and I was looking at Big Dog, and in this particular 60-inch size of a zero turn, this was the one with the better seat. So if the seat folds up, as you can see, it's not super clean. It's already got a battery there. You've got your hydraulic tank, and then the fans for what I'm assuming those are some sort of cooler. Of the similar size mowers, it felt the best when you're sitting on it. So that is kind of how we did it. Obviously, this thing got busted. I think almost every mower gets a busted chute. It's a 3-blade, and it's a nice and deep deck that helps with, I believe, if I remember correctly, it helps with vacuum. It's a welded deck. It's a commercial mower. It's a floated deck. It hangs here by these chains. So, and then it's got 3 scalp wheels in the front and no scalp wheels in the back. I will tell you one thing I've had a hard time with these tires. These are both tubed. They've probably been tubed like 4 or 5 times, but I've also have some thorny weeds, and but that's anything, Now I put all these lights on. These are Amazon lights here. I put 2 here to go backwards. This one broke off of here. And then it was supposed to be my side lights. You can see here what it was supposed to be. And then I've got the curved light bar in the front. I wired all those up to this switch here. And I don't really use them except for in the summer. Except for in the summer, I use those because it is super hot. And even just moving your mowing time to 5:30, 6 o'clock, could reduce the temperature by 10 or 15 degrees. That is kind of why I outfitted light. It came with those small little lights underneath, but that doesn't do anything, But I could mow in pitch black with those light bars. So I'll go ahead and do a quick startup of it. Before I start it, one other thing that I wanted to say that I really like is that I prefer decks that are adjusted with the foot, okay? So this is kind of this is like the highest it goes. Kind of this lever sits in a groove in the side of this, and then you've got a diagram here. So 1 inch, 1.5, 2.5. So 1, 2, 3 inch. So if we went right here, this would be a 3-inch cut. You put this up, you put a little pressure down on your foot, and you let that sit right there. Now that's going to be a 3-inch cut on the deck. The reason I like that is that when you're mowing and running the machine, I tend to leave my foot right here and my other foot here. And I do that because if I come up on something or I hear me hitting a rock or something, I can really quickly kick that down and bring the deck, to 5 or 6 inches. And I like that, for avoiding things. If you had ones that were levers, you just can't adjust like that real quick. So I really like being able to do that. So I don't think I'd ever buy another mower without this type of an adjustment method. So we're gonna go ahead and start this up. So this is your choke, and we're gonna throttle it down. Overall, this has been an excellent machine. In fact, I really don't have any complaints about it at all. It mows quickly. It actually is really quick. I drove my dad's lawnmower the other day, the one I gave him, my old Hustler Raptor, and I felt like I was in snail pace. But this definitely mows very quick. I think it's rated for like 7 or 7.5 acres an hour. Of course, I don't ever get that. Because I just got obstacles and stuff to go around and whatnot. But the light bars that I added to it, really allows me to mow in the summer towards nighttime, and it keeps me cool. Because I don't want to beat down when it's 90 degrees out. I don't want to get beat by the sun. Kawasaki motor's been reliable. Like I said, I've got 221 hours into this thing by now. And it was bought brand spanking new. The other thing is sometimes if the grass has gotten a little too tall, I keep these bungees on the machine back here. And so what I do, and I'm not recommending that you do this, okay? So insert disclaimer here. But what I like to do, and of course I'm not in a residential area, okay? There's no houses for a long ways. But I like to take this and hook it. And I like to come back to like there. Sometimes that helps, if you're getting, if you're in tall, like maybe it's 8 or 9 inch grass and you haven't mowed for 2 or 3 weeks, and just being able to get it out and get it out further than having a chute on sometimes, helps. Obviously if you're not mowing super overgrowth with it, then it's not gonna be a problem, but it's just a trick that I like to do. So I always keep myself some sort of bungee. I prefer the rubber ones, but I have an old nylon one, which I don't know what those are made of, but the regular bungees, and it seems to get beat by the sun, and it doesn't really have much elastic in it left anymore. But so the rubber ones work better for that. I think I paid about $8,500 for this thing, so it was not a cheap mower, but I have no reason to think that I'm going to need to replace it. It's a good size. I was thinking about a 72 inch. I didn't go with a 72 inch because it wouldn't fit in my barn doors, my sliding barn door. So I didn't do that. And I don't really regret that because I feel like you get more maneuverability out of a 60 inch. But you get, slower mow times. But that's pretty much kind of all my comments on this thing. Thank you for watching. That concludes our video on the Diablo or the Big Dog Diablo lawnmower. It's not the heavy-duty version, but it's just a standard Diablo version. It's been an excellent mower. We've got 221 hours into it. We're going into our third spring season. And it's been a great mower. So I've only replaced the blades on it once or twice, but I don't really hit a lot of rocks. But it's really been a real good machine. So definitely like and subscribe. We'll continue bringing more videos of things we do on the farm. Thanks.